AI agents becoming more relevant than humans by 2035 has big tech terrified, says. That single number resets the tech playbook. The key question is not what happened, but what changes next for operators and users. We will map trigger, incentive shift, and downstream impact before the close. That's not science fiction, that's what Charles Hoskinson just said, and it's sent shockwaves through big tech. Here's what changed, why it matters, and what this actually means for the next decade. Let's start with the timeline. 11 years from now, we're looking at a world where artificial intelligence systems make decisions, solve problems, and drive value creation at scales that humans simply cannot match. Hoskinson isn't being hyperbolic, he's describing a technical inflection point that most of the industry is already tracking but few are willing to say out loud. Why are major tech companies terrified? Because relevance is currency in the digital age. Relevance determines reach, influence, and ultimately, power. If AI agents become the primary decision makers in markets, infrastructure, business operations, and information systems, then the humans who built and deploy those agents control the economy. But here's the catch, the big tech companies that dominate today may not be the ones that own AI agents tomorrow. Think about what's actually happening right now. OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, and Meta are racing to deploy increasingly autonomous AI systems. These aren't chatbots that respond to prompts, they're agents that operate autonomously, negotiate, execute transactions, and learn from their environments. The shift from reactive language models to proactive agents is the most significant architectural change in AI since the Transformer. And it's accelerating faster than the market is pricing in. Here's where the real tension emerges. If AI agents become more relevant than humans by 2035, that means human judgment, human creativity, and human labor are no longer the bottleneck, computational resources and algorithmic sophistication are. For every tech company that's built its moat on human talent and human-driven innovation, that's an existential threat. It means they need to fundamentally restructure how they operate, how they price their services, and how they think about defensibility. But there's a contrarian angle nobody's discussing. What if big tech isn't actually terrified? What if they're quietly preparing for this? The companies that are investing most heavily in AI agent research right now are the exact same companies that have the capital, data, and computational infrastructure to dominate in an agent-first world. OpenAI's GPT models, Google's Gemini agents, Meta's AI infrastructure, these aren't defensive plays. They're positioning moves for a future where AI agents are the primary economic actors. For users and creators, this changes everything about the next decade. If your value proposition relies on human time, human attention, or human expertise, you're operating on borrowed time. The winners in an agent-dominant economy will be people who can architect systems that AI agents operate within, build workflows that leverage agent capabilities, or create unique value that agents can't replicate. That's not a doomsday scenario, it's a skill transition. The economy doesn't shrink, it reallocates. For regulators, this is becoming urgent. If AI agents are more relevant than humans by 2035, then governance frameworks need to be in place now. Accountability, transparency, alignment, these aren't abstract concerns. They're operational requirements. And every day the regulatory conversation lags behind the technical reality is a day the systems get harder to govern after deployment. What changes next? Watch for 3 signals. First, announcements from major labs about autonomous agent deployment timelines. When they commit to production agent systems, that's a signal the transition is real. Second, labor market shifts in tech. If companies are restructuring their workforce to favor systems builders over individual contributors, that's a leading indicator. Third, enterprise adoption of AI agents in mission-critical workflows. When banks, retailers, and manufacturers start trusting agents with real decisions, that's the inflection point. Hoskinson's statement isn't a prediction, it's a warning. And the market is only now beginning to price in what an agent-dominated economy actually means. This is worth paying attention to. By 2035, AI agents will be more relevant than humans. Hoskinson just said it out loud, and big tech is panicking. Here's why: relevance is power. if AI agents make the decisions that matter most, in markets, infrastructure, business operations, then the humans who built them control the economy. But the terrifying part for big tech? The companies that dominate AI agents tomorrow might not be the ones that dominate today. This isn't just a technology shift. It's a power shift. And it's happening in the next 11 years.